SWTOR FTW Weekly, your ultimate news source for Star Wars The Old Republic. Powered by AskAJedi.com.
Boom, suckers! What's up, everybody? AWOL here from FTW Broadcasting. Super pumped to bring you another SWTOR FTW Weekly News. And if you're not already familiar with this segment, in about 15 minutes, I break down all the news that happened in the previous week related to Star Wars The Old Republic. And thank you to AskAJedi.com for powering the show. If it weren't for them, we would sit in awkward silence for 15 minutes. Let's get right into the top stories. There's some big announcements out there and some controversial topics. Boom! And here we are on AskAJedi.com, and I know the number one thing on your mind, my mind, and everybody's mind, especially those that pre-ordered, when is this game going to come out? That's why this article excites me. PAX Prime's schedule has been released. It was released just a day or two ago, and there's going to be a major tour panel, which is called The Force is Strong with this one. Let's go check out the schedule and see what they have to say about it. I'm here on the main PAX Prime website, and what they're describing here is that this is going to be in the main theater Sunday, 2 p.m. to 3 p.m., which is the final day of the conference. So, primetime spot in the main theater for this conference. And they're telling us to expect new reveals, exclusive gameplay footage, as well as a Q&A with attendees. Join us. They're going to have developers there. They're going to have the whole team there. We are hoping, and we're speculating in the tour community, that they're going to announce the release date announcement. So, just remember, guys, they're not just going to come out and say when the game's going to come out. They're going to announce when they're going to announce when the game's going to come out. I know they're kind of rolling it out slow on everybody. It's kind of making people upset. I'm thinking this is when they're going to do it. Let's check out how you can get there. 18 days out, August 26th through the 28th. This is going to be in Seattle, Washington at the Washington State Convention and Trade Center. Let's grab some tickets, folks. PAXPrime.com. Wop, wop, wow, 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 wow. Unfortunately, they're 100% sold out of badges at this point. You could have only registered online. Exhibitors can still get in, and press is closed as well. So this is a packed out conference with a primetime tour panel. They know that this is a big time to make a big announcement regarding release dates. So if you want to keep up with this, follow PAX Prime on Twitter, and also you can follow AskAJedi.com, as they're going to be there in style as usual, covering stuff on the floor and beyond, doing interviews and doing their thing. And obviously you can follow SWTOR FTW Weekly News, as I'm going to be highlighting this after this conference. Friday update is here at long last. We finally get the Jedi Consular video. Everybody else has gotten a badass video, pretty much. Jedi Consular, one of the last classes, and everybody's perception of the Jedi Consular is going to be calm, calculated, going to make politically correct decisions. You know, he's going to debate his way out of situations and that sort of thing. And let's see if this video confirms our beliefs about this class. Let's check it out. Oh my god, holy crap. Alright, so all of you out there who wanted to play a badass Jedi, who wanted to play the awesome Jedi, which one's gonna be all more awesome? Post in the comments below. Did watching this video change some of your minds, Jedi Knights? Do you want to play Jedi Consular? They portrayed the class in such an amazing way in this video, showing him doing charms, confuses, CCs. He's going to have some heals, revives, lightsaber skills, AoEs. Looks like he's going to be a very diverse class. This video got me pumped up about him. Post in the comments below if you felt the same way. Not the only awesome video out this week, though, as Dallas Dickinson, this is from San Diego Comic-Con 2011, a nice little jewel here for you from the highlights video. A nice little jewel where Dallas Dickinson tries to play Oprah. Check this out.
Everybody here in this room, you have a pre-order.
That's right, you have a pre-order. You have a pre-order. You have a pre-order. He's Oprahing it up. That's pretty awesome, though. I wish I was there in that room. Another topic of discussion out there. Are you going to customize your companion character? I don't know, personally, I'm sort of interested in it, and at San Diego Comic-Con, they gave us some details. In previous games out there, you were able to customize stuff like, armor sets and weapons, but that was pretty much the limit in, like, Mass Effect 2 and Dragon Age 2. Of course, that wasn't massively multiplayer online in both cases, so what are you going to be able to do? Obviously, they're saying that they're going to let you dress up your companion so you can have different clothes on, but now you're going to have full customization, so they're going to look different. They have clarified recently, though, that you will not be able to change the gender of your companion characters, namely because that's going to jack up their voice acting. And also, it could mess up various story elements of, like, you falling in love with your character and that sort of thing. How customized can you get? Well, this image was put up recently. If you haven't seen it already, will the real vet please stand up? And let's take a look at, yeah, they look pretty different. These faces look significantly different with the different colors, tattoos, jewelry on the face. I like it. I like the idea so that you don't have 2,000 vets running around in the town looking exactly the same. To me, that would be immersion breaking. Let's take a look at the survey. Will you customize the look of your companion characters? I voted yes, and it popped up at 95% of people that voted on the survey, out of almost 1,000 people, said yes. They like the visual customization better as long as the story stays the same. And only 5% people voted no, so if you voted no on this and you want the default look, I don't think that your wishes are going to come true. San Diego Comic-Con 2011 is hitting the newsstands again, as there were tons and tons of interviews, and AskAJedi.com is doing a little cleanup, as there was a quick little snippet here, as Newsarama did a little interview here saying, obviously you can't reveal all the secrets yet, but you'll be releasing a steady stream of information until launch. Do you feel like you've held back anything big? And James Ohlen, who's the game director, said this: I don't think there's anything on the level of PvP, war zones, or space battles or anything like that, but there's going to be one thing on that level. Dramatic pause. Depends on what you like about the game, but it's pretty exciting. Obviously, I can't go into more than that. PR would kill me. Boo. Boo. Quit it with the teasers. But there is going to be a major component coming out soon that they are going to talk about. What do you guys think it's going to be? Post in the comments below. I hate teasers, but at the same time, I love teasers. The full article is here on Newsarama.com. Link in the video description below if you want to see the full interview. Is this information going to be released at PAX Prime? Perhaps. That's what the new in-game footage and Q&A is going to tell us about. Questions, questions, questions every morning with the questions Ask a Jedi. I like this one though. What kind of MMO player are you? Great question, because if you're in the majority when you answer this question, that means that BioWare, LucasArts, and EA is probably going to appeal to your style of play most. Why? Because that means that they can sell more copies to a type of person like you. So let's take a look at the survey down here, which lets us know how the community stands right now. And by the way, when you take a look at these surveys right now on Ask a Jedi, just keep in mind, these are a survey of more hardcore people. If you're looking at this game 3 months out, you're going to be a little more hardcore than others. But the results surprised me. Casual, up at the top at 47%. By the way, you can choose 3 on what kind of MMO player you are. Soloer up there at the top, as well as Raider, and decreasing here once you get to Grouper, PvPer, and Hardcore. So what does this mean? This means that BioWare, EA, and LucasArts is going to have to concentrate on the casual soloing player at first when they're trying to sell this holiday season when they release the game. That means they need to get lots of quick little segments, quick quests, quick war zones, quick little PvP out there so you can jump in the game for the casual player and then jump out real quick, not have to worry about putting together a group. However, a long-term strategy, which every MMO company needs to concentrate on, is appealing to those raiders, those groupers, those PvP, and those hardcore players, because they're the ones that are going to subscribe to your game for a long time, for years. I mean, look at Star Wars Galaxies. Role-playing is huge in that game, and at only 14%, that could generate a large portion of revenue for them, though, over the course of 5 to 8 years. So very important information for the devs to look at and for their marketing people to look at to see how they can sell their game. Come on the site and vote yourself. I want to see what you think. Holy Kark, that was evil, Batman. Well, actually, what they're referring to here is the S-Less's developer walkthrough that I covered last week, but what I did not show you was the super evil decision that occurred in here, which has been pretty controversial. Reason being, you'll see what happens. The good guys have to make a decision which ends up killing some other good guys. And is this a good story element? Is this a good element in this game? You watch the clip and you let me know in the comments below what you think. Check this out, link in the video description below.
You must be crazy, coming all the way down here with the imps everywhere.
Imperials have the bridge locked down. You're getting us in there.
The imps pulled the lockdown? You gotta be kidding me.
You really cleared this place out. I didn't run into a single Imperial on my way down here. Commander Narlock and his men are being overrun. We have to get the bridge unlocked now.
So I've heard. I'd invite you in, but the lockdown has our doors sealed too.
Can you get the bridge open from there?
Depends on how we go about it. Just let me think a minute.
What about a reactor reset? That would disengage the security locks, wouldn't it, sir?
Yeah, but a reactor reset vents the engineering compartment. We'd be blown into space. Besides, controls are on the other side of the door.
What else could we do to open up the bridge?
The secondary conduits. They're spread around a bit, but if you shut them all down, the security will go down too. Then we'll be in business.
I'm not convinced that this plan will succeed.
Hey, who's the chief engineer here? Shutting down all of the secondary conduits will get the bridge open, no doubt about it.
There's no time to go running all over the ship. If we don't act now, the Imperials will overwhelm us. I'm sorry, Salen. We need to unlock the bridge while we have the chance. We have to reset the reactor. You and your men will be remembered.
All of our heroes have chosen to follow the dark side option. While all the party members receive the same amount of dark side points, the person who wins the conversation also receives a small amount of experience points.
Greater good. Better get going. We need to attack Iron Fist now before he has time to recover.
Dirt nasty. The good guys straight up murdering other good guys for good? Well, I think this is great, and this is the story element that they keep talking about that is going to make your character interesting and is going to make you invested in the story. I don't know, would you guys feel bad making a decision like that? It actually makes you make an actual decision in an MMO. I've never experienced that before. I think this is going to be solid. Want to talk about controversial? This is the most controversial thing I've seen in a while regarding this game. Do you like the idea of real cash auction houses? Well, you better like it if you're going to play Diablo 3, because Blizzard announced that they're going to allow the buying and selling of in-game items using cold, hard cash. That's right, and Blizzard's going to take a cut. There's going to be lots of microtransactions there, and we've seen both positive and negative feedback on the Tor forums. The majority of people, 75% actually, are saying that they would not support microtransactions in Tor if that happened in the game, and nobody likes this pay-to-win strategy. And I want to ask you guys, is a new lightsaber worth 25 bucks to you? I hate to say this, it kind of is. It might kind of be worth that much to me. If I played this game that much, I might pay for stuff like this. So I don't want this feature in the game because they might suck up all my dollars. So do you like the idea of real cash player-to-player transactions? I'm gonna say no, because I do actually like it. Maybe I should select complicated. Yeah, it's complicated. I'm going to vote here. Let's see what the community has to say. 88% are resounding no. No real cash, please. Don't take all of our money. We don't want a pay-to-win strategy. 9% saying yes, and 3% saying it's complicated, so I am in the minority. You guys come and vote here. This is important to share your opinion on this type of topic. And that wraps up our weekly news for this week. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. Be sure to share this video on Twitter, Facebook, Reddit, and tell all your friends on Vent about FTW Broadcasting. I would greatly appreciate it. Subscribe button's up in the top left. We love it when you click that. Also, our playlist with links to all our news segments, community highlights, ultimate walkthroughs up in the top right. Previous episode down on the bottom left. Next episode down on the bottom right. Thank you so much for watching, ladies and gentlemen, and I will see you in the Star Wars universe.